right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another DC Worlds Collide video. This is Mr. Squirrel. As always, glad to have you here. So if you haven't noticed, we got an update. That update is patch 13.2, which cool. We got some updates on what's going on with the game. I was just sitting there and, I took the day off and I was like, oh, snap, I'm going to work. And then I loaded up DC Worlds Collide and I'm like, oh man, there's a big patch popping up. Let's talk about what they do. Okay, new features and updates. So, increase the rewards for watching videos to 20 diamonds. Okay, so if you watch all 10, you get 200 diamonds a day. That's not bad. If you do, don't, whatever. Improved elite and rare shards offered in the Mother Box store. Okay, that's nice. I like that. That means you get more of those things. Added chat emotes to the League Shop. Cool. That's a nice little feature. Updated team-ups. Feature characters to be the previous 3 seasons characters. Peacemaker, Judo Master, Superman. Okay, so just the last 3 seasons. All right. Players gain plus 10% attack, defense, and health for each character used in a team of battle. So, like, for instance, if I'm using Mr. T's team, I'm going to get a lot of bonuses. Okay, cool. Cool. I mean, that's nice, right? Added single target burst tag to Cheshire. Cool. All right. That's nice. Now, bug fixes. Okay, this is what we care about. Fixed a confusing label, 0+ tank characters displayed in the Boom Tube League challenge requirements. I appreciate that. It was a little confusing when I saw that. It means like no tanks is what they're saying. Fix an issue where a red dot appears in an inaccessible area of the league challenges after a special attack has been unlocked. Players can now enter this area to clear the red dot. Okay. Fix an issue where the name displayed in the battle records. Okay. New player instead. Fix an issue with Swamp Thing's badge skill level 3 was recognized the number of stack types and not the number of individual attacks. Okay. So fix Swamp Thing. Fix an issue with the description of level 2 Cheshire's passive mentioned an incorrect amount of Cheshire's poison stacks, 3 instead of 2. Okay. Fix an issue with Swamp Thing's VFX. Okay. Swamp Thing's SFX. Okay. Fix Swamp Thing's ultimate description had some incorrect text. Okay. Fix an issue with Team Synergy pop-up was missing character and visible character duplicated when scrolling. All right. And fix an issue where Vixen's passive skill displayed incorrect text of blah, 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 instead of 0.36% block in the description. All right. So this is a relatively small update. I mean, overall, it's nice stuff. I'm not going to sit there and argue about it, but I do think, if we talk about, now there's another thing that I don't know if people noticed. This is kind of a huge deal that I also don't see people talking about. And it's a little nutty, to say the least, that so get more value from the web store. Get a double the rubies for the first time when you purchase from the web store, which means if you buy, free to play, I would not recommend you do this at all. But here's the thing. So I'm going to, I want to test this out, but hold on, let me show you. Okay. So I don't ever encourage anyone ever to spend money. And I'm going to foreground this before I say anything else. And I know people are going to downvote this, and that's fine. Because I'm saying, if you are a dolphin or a whale, now is the time to spend. You are going to get 100% back on whatever purchase you make. What that is saying is they encourage you to spend more now. So for instance, I'm going to use this as an example. Again, I'm not telling anyone what to do with your money. And I never encourage spending. I keep saying this because people are like, I'm encouraging to spend responsibly. If you spend, I'm going to emphasize that point. If you spend responsibly. That's it. That's all I'm saying. This is the best time to spend if you spend money on the game. For me as a content creator, this is like an amazing deal. So let's use this as an example. Okay. Now, people will sometimes just buy things in-game, which I don't think you should be doing with this game. This store is a much better deal. I'm going to keep emphasizing people go to the store if you're going to spend money. Why? Because you just get the rubies. The rubies are like in-game. It's like in-game cash. And we know this game will be around at least until late 2026, 2027, because that's how long they have the content planned out for, right? So you've got about a year's worth of the game. And I'm just saying this, I play this game pretty much regularly. I create content for it. And so for me, this is no question kind of deal. Yeah, I'm going to buy one, I know this is going to sound ridiculous. I probably buy the $100 deal. So it's like buying $200, right? Long story short, let me show you. Like, let's use a five. You know what we could do because it's a little bit mathy, is a little bit more easier right here. Okay, I'm gonna use $1,000 deal again. I'm not. I mean, whales do what you do, but I'm not doing that. Even I know that's. For me, would it be smart to do this? Yes, because then I pretty much never need to spend another dollar in this game. Like I buy this and then I'll never spend again. I don't have $1,000 to just drop. If I was a whale, which I just don't have access to these things, sorry, like guys, I'm not that rich. Do I make money off of this game? A little bit. Is it $1,000? No. Um, so no, I'm not dropping that. But let's use it for the math because the math is easy. Okay, so you spend $1,000, you get 20%, which means that you get you're spending $1,200. Okay, mathing here. Now, with this thing right now, that's not like you're spending 12. You're getting so you're spending 1,000, but you're getting $1,200 worth of in-game currency. Right now, you are actually spending $1,000 to get $2,400 of in-game currency. That's nutty. Like for me as a content creator, I will say this is kind of absurd to a certain extent. Like I could just be fine for a while. Like I put some money down and then I don't need to spend for a while. And I will be, and I've always been very transparent with you. I spend money on this game because I need to create content. Do I think that everyone should do what I do? God, no. Because I create content, I need to show tons of characters, build up your characters, and then don't worry about anything else. But if you do spend, right now is the time to do it. And again, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do with their money. You are all responsible adults. You figure out what you do with your cash. But if you spend on this game, this is the time to do it. Let's do an example here. One more example. All right, let's go back to the game real quick. Okay, so this is $5, right? So you spend $5, you get this, and then the security plan. Security plan, how much is the security plan? I think it's like $15 to $20. It's like 10 to 15. I don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember off the top of my head. But if you do the security plan and let's say you spend $100. Let's say you go back here. Let's just say it's $20. $20 every month. It's a little bit less than that because the security plan is a little bit longer. So it's like every 40 days, you spend about $20. 40 days. We'll say in a year, you would buy that. You'd spend $20 every 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. It's like 6 weeks, right? It's like 9 times you need to purchase it. 9 times. 9 times you got to spend. So you spend $180. Okay? Okay. So I'm just doing rough math. You spend about 9 weeks. You spend about 9 times 20. $180 over the year. $20 a month or $20 every 6 weeks. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. If you buy the $100 deal, right? Let's say you buy the $100. You've covered yourself for the entire year. Now, if you're not going to play long term, do I recommend doing that? No. For like whales and for dolphins, I mean, spend 50, like you spend the $20 and you get 50, like you'll get like $50 worth of stuff. That's like 20, instead of buying the battle pass individually every month, you just spend the $20 here and you get 2 battle passes. See what I mean? Like this is the time, if you're gonna spend a couple bucks, do it right now and you'll get some really good rewards back. For me as a content creator, this is a no-brainer, because then I get a lot of rewards back for myself. And again, I will say this, it will encourage you to spend more because you get more back. Do I think everyone should do that? No. But if you're a whale, I mean, guarantee some whales are going to definitely go for the $1,000 deal. I cannot just find. Would it be smart for me as a content creator? Yes. But long term, do I think that I should do that? I mean, long term, sure, why not? But that's just I don't have that money. So no, I'm not doing that. Overall, I think it's kind of nice. I was actually asking them to do this. I think that's a good idea. To do this every now and then because it will encourage, people to spend money, because you're just getting a lot of money back. I don't know feasibility long term what that'll do, but I think it's a good idea right now. We'll see what happens. Okay, So I'm going to highlight one last thing. Devs, can we please fix her? I think they actually might have, because I was testing it earlier and I noticed that her ult was going down. We'll talk more. But I think there are some other bugs that I'm a little curious if they're all fully fixed. I need to check the Discord about making sure all the bugs have been addressed. So quick summary, I think this is nice. I'm glad to see they're addressing some of the bugs in the game. I am glad that they are, trying to get, make progress on addressing a lot of the stuff that's going on. I do appreciate that they did put this deal in play. If you are a spender, I say go for it. I will say this, mathematically, you do get more when you spend more. At the same time, just be careful. I really don't encourage people to spend money on these games because they are like a sinking, like you want to be very careful of what you're spending on. I will say this, when you spend on this game, I've made multiple things about this. Make sure you're spending on guarantees. And what do I mean by spending on guarantees is that you are purchasing things that guarantee you rewards. So for instance, let me give you an example of this. Aquaman. I bought one of these. Why? Because I needed him to get him up to rank 11, right? Well, I didn't need to, but my point is I got 80 shards of Aquaman, 40 of these, super encrypted token, 20 Intertron alloys, and then, 3,280 diamonds. That's guaranteed Aquaman shards. That's guarantees. That's I'm not playing the gambling game of like, well, I'll buy a couple more summons. No, I'm getting the character I'm getting more shards for the character I am looking for. I am always in the school of you should be if you're spending money, you want to get the guarantees. Battle Pass, and then the deals you should be looking at. I will say this. What are the best things? The drone, the super monthly card, and the Battle Pass. If you're going to buy anything in this game, these are the things you should be buying. Nothing else. I have 14, like these are the things that they're guaranteeing you things. They're saying, here you go. Other than that, I don't encourage anyone to spend anything. Only reason I spend more for summons is because I need to show you the characters. Other than that, yeah, y'all, that's how I operate in this game. That's it for this video. Again, I hope you find it helpful. I know I spent a little bit talking more about like this spending thing that's going on because I think it's going under the radar. But I think it's a good idea if you're going to buy now, because you can get some really good rewards. You're getting double what you pay for. And again, if I don't, but caveat, I am not telling you to spend. I don't think you should spend. This is only if you've got some discretionary income and you're like, you know what, I can spend a couple bucks. Do like the $20 and you get you'll get like $45 worth of value for your dolphin. Boom, there you go. Sweet. And that guarantees you 2 battle passes and the drone for like 2 months. There you go. Boom shakalaka, right? And I mean, if you're planning on playing this for a long period of time, I mean, you can go up to like 50 to 100 bucks and then you're spending like $200, and then that's money that that's pretty dope in my book. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think that's a really, really crazy thing they're doing. So, well, I never thought they would do a double. That's dope. That's dope. All right. That's it for this video. Again, I know people are going to push back, like, you're telling people to spend. Guys, let's be real, though. I mean, I've never seen a game do this before, so that's pretty amazing in my book. All right. As always, remember, failing is just your first attempt in learning.